This is my life, my dream.
I'm not ready to go home, and I'm ready to fight for it.
This is what we want.
I've come this far.
This is what we're meant to do.
I'm in it to win it.
I will fight for myself, and I will fight for my child.
Can't lose.
I'm here to guide you. I'm here to assist you. Because remember, I'm one link within that chain like yourselves. If you fail, I fail. To reach great heights, you have to find great depth within yourself. And I got where I got, not because I was talented, because I was brave. You have to be brave. You know you have it in you to win. Do your best. Let's go!
Make an executive decision, Dan.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna let you throw my brother under the bus.
Fight for what you want in life. Never in my life have I been put in a situation like I was on this day. It was like walking into a coffin. Should we get it over and done with?
Yes.
I can smell it. I don't want an apology. It's too late to rectify it. What I do want is an explanation why this happened. When I come into this restaurant with my friend of 30 years, and I am embarrassed, I take it personally. This is your last chance. The chopping block is the ultimate challenge.
Eight brave couples are coming to New York. Husbands, wives,
The time is now.
mothers, daughters,
I'm just happy that my daughter and I are doing it together.
brothers and sisters,
I think our strength as a team is that we know what we excel at.
and best friends.
We're a team. A lot of my weaknesses are his strengths.
They come from around America, and they all share a single dream: to own a restaurant of their very own.
There's not going to be anything that's going to stand in our way.
This is the toughest restaurant city in the world, with 25,000 restaurants competing for your dollars. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. These 8 couples now have the chance of a lifetime.
This is a competition, and we are playing to win.
Their challenge: open 2 restaurants, 4 couples in each restaurant.
Do it.
Right in the heart of Manhattan, right across the street from each other, the black team.
Oh, my God.
It's got so much potential, but at the same time, it's such a pile of crap.
The red team.
Oh my God, really? Beautiful.
These restaurants have everything they need to open for business.
It's sort of like a kitchen fairy godmother came in and was like, "Ting."
This is unbelievable. Oh, look at the pots and pans.
I mean, it was phenomenal.
All right, do we have names on here? Stan, Angie.
We're the black team.
And when they open, it will be a battle for survival, as each week one of America's top food critics secretly dines in both restaurants and judges the winning team.
The critic actually holds your fate in his hands.
And one man will guide them on their journey. Master chef and world-renowned restaurateur, Marco Pierre White, the star of Hell's Kitchen in the UK.
Marco Pierre White was the best chef this country has ever produced.
He is an inspiration. He makes me want to cook more. Yes, Marco!
Thank you for allowing me to take you by the hand.
Marco is God.
Yes, Marco!
Marco Pierre White, the first and youngest British chef to win 3 Michelin stars, the restaurant world's highest award. The man who trains some of the world's greatest chefs, including Mario Batali and Gordon Ramsay. Now, Marco Pierre White is coming to America.
What's with this reputation you've acquired over the years of being kind of a tough guy to get along with?
What can I say? It's all true. If they listen to what I have to say, their chances of survival are tenfold.
And for one couple, Marco will award the ultimate prize:
Any one of you can walk away with a restaurant in your hand.
$250,000 to open their own restaurant, a state-of-the-art kitchen, and a first-class trip to Europe to dine in all of Marco's world-famous restaurants.
I want a nice, clean fight. Round 1.
But first, they'll have to survive the chopping block.
They do not know how hard it's going to be.
Okay, I found the brooms, front of the house. Let's get to work.
We got to move the tables back over there so we can mop the floor.
Let's do it.
Everybody was like, let's get going. This is our restaurant. We own it. We're doing this.
Well, I'm really excited to get going. I think this restaurant's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be the talk of the town.
We just really need to clean this shit up. I mean, it was a mess, chaotic. It's completely filthy and dirty, but it's a blank canvas.
This is nasty. I am up for the challenge. I think it's going to be so much fun. I have a great team of people, and I'm so very excited.
These 8 couples, they're coming to New York with a dream of opening their own restaurant. So I put the couples to their first real test, a test that would challenge them as individuals as well as teammates.
In our industry, Chef Marco, he's like a god. And to just see him standing there for the first time, I was in awe.
I think everybody was very intimidated by his presence.
When I was a young man, I opened my first restaurant at 25. And I had no understanding of how a restaurant is run. What I did learn was you have to work as a team. If you don't, you'll see the cracks appear. And trust me, that's when it gets tough, really tough. And the reason why it's going to get tougher is because tomorrow night at 7 p.m. we open.
Marco announces we were opening the next day, and we're all like, oh, man.
That's great.
They have to open as quick as possible because time is money. So I have 2 food service trucks, one for the red team, one for the black team, filled with every ingredient that they will require.
You're only allowed 15 minutes in the trucks. That's all. And the 8 chefs, I want you to prepare a dish for me. Red team, black team, away you go.
Come on. Come on, guys, come on.
All right, so I'm thinking roast chicken. We do a roast chicken dish.
A case of chicken. How big do you want to make this menu?
We had 15 minutes to run into those trucks and grab all the items that we need. That was crazy.
You getting some goat cheese for us?
In the truck, to be honest with you, we were just kind of grabbing stuff. There wasn't a lot of organization that went into it.
What's important about this challenge is how they go about it. 15 minutes is a long time if you apply a strategy. If you panic, it's over like that.
Right behind you, right behind you.
Why do these keep dropping?
People just started throwing things left and right. We made a lot of mistakes. Chefs, 3 minutes left. Are you fucking kidding me?
The clock's ticking. What do? Panic.
15 seconds.
0 strategy. Is that how they're going to run a restaurant?
Stop. What you've got to do now is take it back to your restaurants. I'll be in there later to eat your dishes.
Does anybody have time?
Time is in the herb or time is in the actual thing?
Time, how much time do we have left? We had to prepare Chef Marco a dish individually. I mean, man, my hands were shaking. I tried to play it cool, but I was nervous as hell. This whole opportunity is definitely a little bit intimidating. I'd be lying if I said that it wasn't. And once I started cooking, I fell in love with it.
I got Lisa plate, Kelsey plate. Grab some for Chad. We're doing this not only for ourselves, but for our children. We want them to be proud of us. This is an opportunity for us to really shine. We want to seize the moment. All right, Chef, let me know if you need anything.
My mind just started racing. What am I gonna make for Marco Pierre White? You know, it's like he invented food almost. What'd you make? I need to know. What a mushroom parmesan risotto. I think because we're two cute little girls from California, we might get overlooked. I'm a personal chef. She has cooked for Madonna, the Madonna. Our mother was a single mother, so Kelsey and I saw her work 3 jobs at a time.
She couldn't be more proud of what we're doing.
That's a very hot pan. Do not touch that handle.
Flip it for me?
No. Don't you be touching my food.
Just trying to be helpful.
Now, for the taste test, I need to choose a head chef. Because every kitchen, like every army, good evening, needs a general, needs a leader.
Good evening.
Tell me about the scallops. How do you cook them?
They were pan-seared with some butter and olive oil. When Marco took his first bite, my stomach pretty much could have just been wrapped in knots.
Do you do anything to the scallops first?
I lightly battered them in just plain flour, salt, and pepper.
I don't like this dish.
If there was ever a moment that your soul could have been pierced by someone's eyes, that was it.
We have a pan-seared salmon with creamed lentils and a fish velouté.
I made pan-seared salmon. I've never cooked for somebody with a palate such as Marco. Seafood is one of the best things that I feel I can cook.
Very good.
Thank you, sir.
I think that he really enjoyed my dish, and I felt very proud about that.
I did chicken piccata, a mushroom risotto, and steamed baby carrots. I wanted to keep it simple and classic, let the food speak for itself.
Do you make risottos often?
No, I don't.
I thought not. Kelsey, she cooked me chicken with risotto. It's all a bit bland. All it tells me about her is that she's bland. That's a big portion. The less you put on a plate, the less chance you have of messing it up. Lisa did me a veal chop. It looked like the kitchen sink. So then we put that there.
He took the salad off the plate, and I'm like, ew, I shouldn't have put that salad on the plate,
But the most important to me is what it tastes like.
When Marco tasted the veal, I watched his face intently. He's like, a little bit of a smile. I'm like, thank God.
So now what I have to do is make a decision. Who's going to be head chef and who's going to lead the kitchen? I've got to say that you've got to be the head chef.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like the fact you use something like veal chop, because when you've got 50 people, a lot of people will go for a veal chop.
When Marco told me that I was the head chef for the evening, I really wanted to jump over the counter and give him a big hug. I was really excited.
Trust me, by 9 o'clock tomorrow night, you'll be saying, why did you do it to me? He must have really disliked me.
All right, are you middle or are you on the red? Okay, which one are you using?
Just pick a fucking spot. I don't care.
I picked a fucking spot and you put your carrot on it.
Keep it clean, guys. Please. Denise and I are cousins.
My parents actually own a Chinese restaurant, and they wanted us to be the lawyer, the doctor, but...
Our passion is food and restaurants and entertaining people. This is what we're meant to do.
That salamander on?
Yep.
No, it's not.
It should have been. He turned it on.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Whoa, guys. Oh, shit.
What fell?
The entire salamander just came right off the wall.
I look over, and the whole entire salamander, which is this flaming grill from hell, it's like the devil dropping on us. It's a disaster back here. This is absolutely insane.
Going in the oven. Behind you.
All right. Holy shit.
Are you fucking kidding me?
All right, everyone, calm down, okay?
Fucking shit.
Somebody's gonna die. I saw the glass fly out, but it's all part of life in the kitchen. You can't get flustered, you can't blink, can't take the heat. Get the fuck out. Pump up one of these ovens and throw it in there. Pop it up.
I definitely view my mother as a role model. Having her open up her previous restaurant, I was really proud of her.
You know, it's difficult when you have your own restaurant. You're always working.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But now she's, here to pick the pieces back up again, and this is her second chance, and so I'm gonna be here for her 100%.
Thank goodness.
It's on, it's working. Let's finish our meals, we'll deal with that after, guys. Sherry, all waitresses get a clean towel, clean napkin, so your hands are not on the plates.
I was 15 years old when I walked into my first restaurant for a job. I always loved cooking and I love food because I grew up in a large Italian family. You know, I don't have the formal training that a lot of people do have. But what I do have is a lot of heart and it's in my blood.
I need all four of you back here. I need you ready to serve.
Probably the hardest thing about this is going to be not being with the kids.
Times have been tough. You know, when you're raising 3 boys, you want to be able to provide for them as well as possible.
We're doing it for the right reasons. We're doing it for our family.
When you eat someone's food, you know who they are. It should give you an insight into their world, the world that they came from. If it doesn't, then they're cooking by numbers. Where shall I start?
We would like for you to start here first. So what we have here...
Would you like to describe it since he's the cook?
I want you to tell me. And I'm like...
I was like, okay, Denise, all those time and money that we invest in you eating at all this fancy restaurants, you better goddamn know, like, what's on that freaking plate.
We have the roasted mushrooms with pancetta, a seared scallop with the mixed herb greens on top.
And then this is summer corn velouté that I'm going to pour around it for you. Bon appetit.
Thank you. Well, you've cooked your scallops very nicely. I think the thing which spoils it is your sweet corn. Quoi? He destroyed a good dish. Now, that's an interesting look, isn't it? Ooh, I prefer it like that. It's quite violent, that, isn't it? God, a lot of bones, a lot of blood. Oh, dear me, maybe I should blindfold myself before I start this one.
Oh, man. Tonight, I made Marco a pistachio-encrusted rack of lamb with a mushroom risotto and a honey marsala sauce.
Dean, he made me a dog's dinner. There's too many flavors going on.
I should have kept it simple. Doing what I did on that dish, trying to impress him, wasn't the right thing to do. I should have stayed true to who I was, and that was foolish of me.
Cool.
When Marco came to my dish, to be honest with you, I had complete confidence. I'm not going to put it out if I'm not comfortable with it.
I've got to say, I'm 3 down, and this is the simplest of presentations so far. Than cooked me chicken. What I liked about Than's dish was it was simple. Now. Ooh. I was hoping I'd stop here so I didn't have to look at it again, but let's hope it tastes better
than it looks. Huh?
Shrimp, chicken, and sausage jambalaya.
Where'd you take your inspiration from?
My grandmother.
That's romantic. I like you for that. Well, you know something? If I came round to your house tonight and you gave me this, I'd be very happy.
Thank you.
Because it's from within.
That's right.
But if I went to a restaurant tonight and got this, I'd be pissed off. No disrespect. So now what I have to do is make a decision. Who's going to be head chef and who's going to lead the kitchen? I've got to say this one.
Thank you, Chef.
What I like is the simplicity. You know, you could simplify it a little bit more and we could serve everybody.
I will. Thank you, Chef.
So you'll be head chef tomorrow night?
Thank you.
I'm the youngest one there and immediately appointed me head chef.
Thank you, Marco.
We definitely have a two-top right here.
And a 2-top right here.
Well, the bar stools are gonna go all the way around. We opened up a restaurant in about 7 hours with a total of 8 staff members, you know? And that's difficult.
Okay, I know you're all very busy, and so I'm going to take 5 minutes of your time. Tonight is going to be the biggest and most important night of your life. If you win, you're all safe, you're protected. If you lose, I'm back here tomorrow to sack one couple.
When Marco told us one team's going home, it was like a punch in the face. The amount of work that we put into this, and we're gonna take it. We're gonna take it
Die trying. All the steak knives off. Those only go to people ordering.
Okay, just
beef.
regular knife.
I think it takes moxie to run a restaurant. I think a lot of people say they want to run a restaurant because they think it's a cute idea, and you know they had an easy bake oven when they were a kid, but they have no idea what they're getting themselves into.
All right, so list for us. I grew up in North Alabama. I joined the Marine Corps. I was walking by a culinary school and something I've always wanted to do. And a year and a half, almost 2 years of school now, which brings me to where I am today.
Okay, let's talk about menu, chef.
I'm thinking about a crab cake app.
Crab cake. All right. If you can handle the crab cake, that's fine. Marco's philosophy is definitely keep everything very simple. So we tried to incorporate that into our menu. We had a crab cake dish with roasted red peppers. We also had a shrimp remoulade salad. For entrees, we had roast chicken with rotisserie potatoes and a jus. I am the head chef, so everything falls on me pretty much. The pressure I'm feeling right now is pretty intense. So, you know, I've got to work the back of the house the best I can for my brother. I've got to work the front of the house the best he can.
I'm gonna take these 4 tables right here. This is our lives. I definitely would love to win this competition for my mom. Everything we know about cooking is because of her guidance. And it's always been a dream of hers to open up a restaurant, and just the ability for us to do that for her would just be, I think, the ultimate compliment to just a phenomenal woman and everything she's done for us.
Yeah, let's get those for risotto. Just give them some options.
Alrighty then. I was gonna do the filet mignon with like a truffle a la minute.
All right, so I'll go ahead and butcher up the salmon.
Next, chicken breast.
On the menu this evening, doing filet mignon with caramelized shallots, garlic, and potatoes. The seared salmon filet with lentils, white and dark chocolate truffles. I kept the menu very simple because I did not want to fail. No way. We're all good, and if anybody needs help, you know, we're here for each other.
Lisa and I are ex-husband and wife, and we love the working relationship more than the married one.
Maybe a little garlic in that mixed herb deal, too. Losing my fingers was a really tough time in my life, and it really was. My accident happened in a food processor, just like that.
The whole thing was, of course, traumatic for both of us, but in a month, she was cooking in the kitchen again. Very amazing.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I know, so we gotta do this
Somebody
fast.
threw more dust on the floor.
This doesn't go away. This is a 7 o'clock party of 2, 7 o'clock party of 2.
We had hours to do what would normally take weeks or months to do. I really didn't think we were gonna pull it off, but we did. And it was such a sense of accomplishment.
1, 2, 3, red team! These sodas are for you behind the bar, correct?
So yeah, back here, behind here.
All right, I'm gonna start passing them up here.
Come on, let's get this stuff out right now. It was rough in the beginning. The place was a horrendous mess before. But at 7 o'clock, the restaurant looked beautiful, looked perfect. Help, so actually, I'm gonna give you...
I've opened many restaurants in my life, and trust me, these couples do not know how hard it's going to be. The dinner service is the most important challenge every week. And they may struggle. When it comes to service, they have to fight, they have to deliver.
Hello, good evening. How are you? Good,
Very well,
thank you. How are you? Welcome.
What they don't realize is I have brought in a restaurant critic, Corby Kammer from Atlantic Monthly. He is anonymous, and he will form his opinion and then make a decision on who wins on that one-night service.
We have a Merlot. I have a Claret, which is their specialty wine. I actually personally have not tried it.
You said there was a Sauvignon Blanc?
Sauvignon Blanc? Okay.
It's claret, not claret.
Hello, come on in. How many in our party today?
It's a little overwhelming when you see the numbers coming so quickly.
Whoa, lost that one. Okay, there goes my credentials. I'm a little nervous tonight, I'm not gonna lie.
You don't want to show that you're panicking, even though you're panicking.
I've got a snapper over there, 2 crab cakes, 3 soups, and a shrimp remoulade. What table do they go to? 3 salads went out. Stop. It just doesn't make sense. It's freaking elementary.
I'm really worried. People are just talking, and I just want to focus and just get this done.
It's the first dinner service. Every table is full. This is the real world. Their challenge is about to begin.
I need 2 shrimp remoulade and I need 3 soup. That's what we need.
I was the head chef for the first night of dinner service. I allocated myself and Dean on the hotline. Quad put on salads and soups and that sort of thing. I allocated Angie to do crab cakes and some of the expo and plating.
Who just took my soup and my other crab cake?
I don't know, honey.
That was
I don't know.
Expediting is a 3-part process. Kitchen to expo to front of the house. If food's getting cold, if the wrong food's going out, it hurts front of the house because then we have to deal with unhappy customers.
I need another crab cake and another tomato soup, okay?
They're
We need to
right there.
organize that.
Just take them.
It's
okay?
4 people at a table. I'm not gonna take out half their
There.
order.
2 mediums, those are yours on the fly.
2 mediums, good stuff.
That is you.
There's no regular medium on here. Should I lean towards rare or well?
Oh, geez. Put in well, but tell the kitchen.
I've never been a waitress. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I've managed restaurants, I've been a sous chef, but I've never been a waitress. Okay, there's 2 fillets on this line. One's well, one's medium.
Okay. So there's 2 filet.
There's 3 fillet.
Okay, that's not gonna, okay, no. Vanessa didn't have anything on the ticket except for the order. No name, no table number, nothing.
Do you want me to put the table numbers on them?
Yeah, what is it?
That's 9.
Don't come back here. I don't
Sorry,
want you
I'm
coming
so
back
sorry.
here. I realized Vanessa hasn't been a waitress for a while, or ever. I thought we're gonna have a problem. Okay, that's for Mikey. Table 6 and table 2. Getting cold.
Oh, they haven't come yet. I'm sorry.
Welcome, Marco.
How are you, darling? You well?
Marco walks in the restaurant. Oh, God. There was a great sense of intimidation. You know, big man's coming through. Is everything okay? We're starting to panic.
I need Vanessa to put her name on her tickets, please. Where's Vanessa? I need to talk to her.
Lisa, you're sweating for food to go cold.
I don't want that.
Exactly. So therefore, set the example by taking it out yourself. Make them feel guilty. Make them push a little bit harder.
Make long story short, I was trying to join the Navy because I was trying to get out of a funk in my life, and I ended up not going through. Table 4 is this table right here.
I mean, I don't know what position numbers he's got. He should have taken the plates. Why should I have served them? They need to pay attention.
Crab cake.
Good. Look what is right next to the crab cake.
I assume it's the price tag for the plate because they've never used the china before.
Yeah, I'm sure they just got it right
That is great.
Who's the 2?
The 2 is with table 2. It's with 2 shrimp remoulades. So
It
you get
doesn't
one
have
more.
a name on it?
No, I'm not worried about names.
So,
I just want it out.
I'm just trying to figure out who to give it to.
It's Zan. It's Zan. His brother.
Okay, have you ever been to Rugby Cafe?
Excuse me.
That's-
Excuse me. Do you have someone in
Yes.
Angie running out to front of the house was the most insulting, just absolutely atrocious thing that happened throughout the night.
Come here, come here. I can't have you walking out on the
I know,
floor. It
I
looks
don't
bad.
want to.
Just come up. We'll take care of it. Just
Well, nobody's coming up, okay?
The minute that plate gets sat down in front of that patron, if it's cold, we're done. We're done.
the chicken.
Thanks. It's cold. It's cold. It's also completely underseasoned. So it was undercooked. This is too translucent and that's too bloody. You should definitely not be eating it. And they shouldn't be serving it.
Yes, you can.
Sorry, can I have it? Can I have it? It's dessert.
Go.
Thanks.
This is apps.
You need to tell me what's fired.
Pull the phone. I gotta get stuff hot.
Exit. Okay. No doggy bags. We're great. How are you?
We should have a table for you available very soon.
That sounds great. You know, maybe we could look at the menu in the meantime.
Absolutely.
If they have 4 people who just left, presumably there's a vacant table somewhere.
Absolutely. We definitely had a lot of people waiting at the door. People were thinking that they were being sat later than they should have been. Right this way.
Oh, no, we didn't snag that table, I'm afraid. Thank you, thank you.
Hello, how is everyone? Can I get you started with some drinks?
New York tap with no ice, please.
I love it. I'll be right back. Thank you.
Oh, things are looking up already. They are.
Oh my God, the fillets. Shit. 86 filet mignon.
Okay, and
try the filet.
You know what? That's the only thing we're out of is the filet.
Oh, no.
I know. It's a heartbreaker.
Was it good?
Are there still troubles?
Yes, it was
Tell
a hit.
us just how good it is and what we're missing, would you?
Maybe a tear in your eye. Super good. You might smell it on someone's breath outside and just take it in.
Have his salmon is up.
These salmon.
Beautiful, thank you very much. Oh, it's good, the beurre blanc. I mean, that's a really well-made sauce.
I was in charge of desserts, so it was very nerve-wracking, but I'm confident enough in taking 3 or 4 ingredients and making something that's amazing.
And this is a black and white truffle, the same cream and a little berry for you.
So this means there's no pastry chef and no ambition to these desserts. Well, in fact, they should not be sending this out. It's harder to run. They shouldn't have even offered desserts if they were going to be this dull. This is really awful.
All right, you got your 4 splits right there.
All right.
I went into the kitchen to see who was dominating on the stove. The great thing about services, you see who can absorb pressure and who can't.
Fan? Hold on. Hold the fucking phone a second.
Come on, it's the last table. Let's get it right.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Marco.
As I told you yesterday, all of you, that you're in competition with each other. And the service will determine the winner and the loser. What you didn't realize, I wasn't deciding, because what we had was a food critic who dined in both restaurants. Mr. Corby Comer.
When we first saw the critic walk in the door, I couldn't breathe. This guy right here, the critic, actually holds your fate in his hands.
So why don't we start with the black team?
He walks in and, sits in his little chair and, it's kind of like story time with Mr. Rogers, only the bad version.
Okay, so let's go through the apps. We had very high hopes for the jumbo lump crab cake. And they were surpassed. Very impressive.
Thank you.
On to the mains. I got the chicken. You might think that there are a couple things that should not happen in a restaurant. And one of them is slicing into the bone of a thigh and finding it really pink and running a little bit of blood. And it shouldn't happen in a restaurant.
When the food critic was talking about the food that the black team had cooked, when I kind of smiled was when I heard that they had some undercooked chicken, and he called it kind of this unforgivable thing, because it definitely is. You can get shut down for that. You can make people sick with that.
Now, the red restaurant, the pan-seared salmon fillet. I bit into it, and very, very bland fish. Well, I'd asked for my lemon beurre blanc on the side. And once I put it on, it was like walking into the Emerald City. It's a sauce I'll remember for a long time. And
The sauce was made perfectly, the consistency, the amounts of butter. That would be me.
Now, the desserts were a complete
afterthought. The black and white chocolate truffles, which tasted like a home ec experiment and nearly impossible to bite into.
Okay, if you could let us now know the winning restaurant and the losing restaurant.
Well, I will say the black restaurant wouldn't last one night in New York City. The red restaurant might have a lot of challenges in New York, but had a lot of promise too, and it's the winning restaurant.
We won the challenge.
I don't even know what to say right now.
I'm so happy. I'm thrilled.
So what I'm going to have to do now is send you back to your restaurant, because I'm going to have to sack one couple. This is when I have to step in and I decide who has to go. Corby loaded the gun. My job is the dirty job, to pull the trigger.
We lost. All of a sudden, it hit me, you know, like, we just started this, and already somebody's gonna be booted off.
I'm absolutely nervous about the elimination, myself being head chef. Certain things didn't go right. I think that my brother and I are at stake.
I've got to make a decision, and I've got to send one couple back home. Go on, talk to me.
I know that I gave it 150%, especially.
Trust me, you didn't. Now, Kwa, who do you think should go?
I can't really speak.
Excuse me. Do you want to have a restaurant?
Yes,
Then you've got to put your balls on the table and make a decision, because if you can't make a decision, you can't run a business.
From back to the house, I would have to say I would have to pick Angie.
Thank you for your honesty. Now, who do you think should go?
I think the head chef should go.
Who do you think should go?
I'm gonna be honest. It's the responsibility of the head chef. And if it was me in that position, I would pick myself.
From a back-of-the-house standpoint, I think Angie should go.
I had your back the entire night.
Angie, with all...
Wait.
with all...
I don't even want to get into a conversation with you. This is between he and I. You were up here schmoozing, and I tried to tell you from there to come and get their fucking food.
You rudely came up to me while I was talking to a table.
You're fucking right, I rudely came up to you. You're absolutely right.
That is the
You're
worst possible thing you could do.
You stood and talked to those people for fucking 20 minutes.
That's what waiters
food,
do.
But
they take care of their guests.
You're wrong, and you know what? Zip it. So
You can sit
there we
here
go.
and blame me all you want.
I already did.
My biggest issue all night was your poor job at expediting the back of the house.
Did you ever come back there? Did you ever come back there?
Ass off. So don't throw. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let you throw my brother under the bus.
No, get your thoughts together before you speak to me. Measure your words.
I'm measuring them very well.
No, you're not. No, you're
Learn
not.
how to cook
Cool
before
down.
you go back
Cool
into the
down.
kitchen. That'll help too.
Who the hell do you think you are that you can say the truth and I can't?
You know what? This conversation's over.
It's been over. It's been over.
I've listened to all of them. When you are playing with people's dreams, you have to be fair. I have a moral duty to make the right decision. The person I look at is Than. That's who I made head chef. Zan and Than.
Marco, before you say anything, I would just want to say something to everybody. You know, when I'm cooking or when I'm running a restaurant, I rely on every single one of you to back me up no matter what.
I don't want to do this anymore. So, you know, it's really difficult, but I think Denise and I will
bow out.
I had made my decision, and Kwa, very eloquently, with a lot of emotion, decides to do what he does. All you can do is give him respect.
It just all happened so fast. Everybody was just fighting with one another, and a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming, lots of cursing, and this is not what we want. Thank you for everything. You're a great chef. It was a pleasure, sir. Truly a pleasure. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Good luck.
Guys.
Rock it, okay? I know you guys can do it.
Denise and Kwa going home, that's probably one of the most selfless, amazing things I've ever seen. It almost made me want to stand up and say, no, you know, we deserve to go home, and they didn't.
You don't realize how lucky you are. Trust me. You were going. You're still here because of them.
Let's not ever have to go through that crap again.
There's only one way we can honor them.
Win.
That's by winning.
You're
Win.
absolutely right.
Most definitely.
This is for Kwa and
Denise
Denise,
and Kwa.
absolutely.
Salute.
To a new beginning.
It's our turn to win.
That's right.